This bulletin is brought to you by Good Morning Vihalia. Enjoy the warmth and indulge in the deliciousness.
Good morning, good morning.
Salam Sejahtera and good evening. I'm Prasad Michael and you're watching KiniFlash. Have you seen the movie Jaws? You know how the guy in the movie says, you're going to need a bigger boat? Well, we're going to need a bigger dock because the 1 billion ringgit super yacht, the Equanimity, is finally here. It's currently being held at the Cruise Centre in Port Klang. So far, the Attorney General's Chambers has obtained a warrant of arrest from the High Court in Kuala Lumpur to seize the luxury yacht. And 1MDB, under its new management, has laid claim to the super yacht. Lawyer Sitpa Salvaratnam told reporters after disembarking from the yacht that the claim was made based on the civil forfeiture suits made by the US Department of Justice last year, which he said carried weight as it is verified against the penalty of perjury. This is a departure from the previous 1MDB management stance, denying its funds had been misappropriated and had any links to the Equanimity. The old management had also dismissed the civil forfeiture suits filed by the DOJ. The 1MDB management was replaced following the Pakatan Harapan's victory in the May 9th general election.
We are the lawyers for the party who obtained the warrant of arrest from the High Court of Malaya yesterday at Kuala Lumpur. The Admiralty Court yesterday, 6th of August 2007, issued a warrant of arrest against the ship, vessel, the Equanimity. And the application for the warrant of arrest was by 4 plaintiffs, the 1MDB group of companies, 1MDB and 2 of its subsidiaries. I can give you some of the papers if you would require the names of the plaintiffs. And the reason for the arrest was that the 1MDB group claimed ownership to this vessel, the Equanimity, because they believe their monies had been misappropriated and used to purchase the vessel. So that claim is based on the allegations that were filed by the DOJ in America in June last year. Now, the DOJ complaint is a verified claim. It's verified against a penalty of perjury, so it carries with it a lot of weight, and it's based on that allegation that the claim has been initiated. Of course, it would go to trial at some point in time before the Admiralty Court. So the rule of law has been totally maintained. The defendants who claim that they are the owners, the registered owners, have the opportunity to turn up in court to defend the claim and establish their ownership. And that issue would finally be determined by the Admiralty Court in Kuala Lumpur. Thank you.
How was the condition of the ship?
The ship looks good. It's crewed. It looks fine at the moment. Well, we were speaking mainly with the captain. There are a few more of our members on board the vessel taking pictures at the moment, so we are not in a position to tell you, what exactly we found on board the vessel.
How many crew members are there?
17. 17.
What's the name of the captain?
He's Norwegian, and he's available there if you need to speak to him. Yes.
Is this the original crew? Or?
No, it's not the original crew, to our understanding. We've been informed that they've been replaced.
Who's paying for the crew?
Matters that we have to sort out.
All right.
Can you just tell us, you were up there for about 2.5 hours. What exactly were you doing?
Were we up there for 2.5 hours? Well, we had to abide by the procedure of arrest, and that's a civil arrest. So we had to climb up to the mast of the ship, or as high as possible into the superstructure, to actually attach the warrant of arrest and the writ of summons onto the vessel. Then we had to go into the bridge of the vessel, leave a copy of the same papers in an enclosed space, which was the bridge. Then we had to go and see the master and brief him about what it means to have the vessel under arrest, which means the vessel is now in the custody of the High Court of Malaya, the Admiralty Court to be precise, in Kuala Lumpur. And so that took a bit of time. We have further issues to discuss, and so we made arrangements for what may happen next, and that I possibly took the time that you said we took.
How many more days will the ship be docked here?
It's left to be seen what happens now. The ball would now be in the defendants' court, so to speak. Defendants are the owners of the vessel, registered owners of the vessel, Equanimity, and it'll depend really on what they choose to do.
When is the matter expected to be taken to court?
It is in court, otherwise we wouldn't arrest the vessel.
The next.
The next step, well, we will be in court again sometime next week to get directions on how to maintain the vessel, what happens to the crew and so on and so forth, whether she has to be moved. That would be taken sometime, possibly next week in court.
And so now the ship is moored here, it can't move, right?
Yes, she's under the custody of court and therefore no one can move her or do any activity without court permission.
The crew, they will be inside or will they be allowed?
No, they are allowed out, but they would be maintaining the vessel for now and they would know what to do to keep her safe.
So what is it like inside a 1 billion ringgit yacht?
Very beautiful, but it has to be very well maintained. It looks well maintained.
That's what you'd expect from a $250 million yacht. And exactly as this description.
A lot of the, we're not allowed to use our shoes. We actually have to wear special shoe covers to go in to protect, so that there be no shoe marks and things like that. All of us have to wear the shoe covers so that you can see timber and marble, and it's nice.
Were there any items belonging to the previous owners found on the ship?
No, we are still taking stock of the inventory now. It will take some time. Just all we did today really was to execute the warrant of arrest and basically speak to the captain just to find out what happened and things like that, and get a feel of things.
Can you give us a brief description of what it looks like inside the yacht?
Well, there's a lot of a mix of nice timber and marble.
This is marble flooring or marble edges?
Well, some of the, basically it's a combination of both.
Floor and edges.
Yes, floor and some of the, like kitchen tops and things like that, and leather. It looks nice. It's very classy.
Morale of the staff?
Okay, they're all right. They're just they were a little apprehensive because they were escorted by the marine police and all of that, but they seem to be settled. Now.
So was Jolo actually using this yacht? Was he on the yacht?
I don't know whether he was using.
Just when you spoke to the captain and is that going to be investigated?
The crew and the captain and the crew are new. They just signed on about 3 weeks ago.
Jolo, in a statement through his lawyers, has accused the Malaysian government of acquiring the yacht illegitimately from the Indonesian authorities. According to a Bloomberg report, the statement read, quote, "It is a violation of Indonesian law and court decision by a politically motivated Malaysian government." What does former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak think about all this? Well, good thing we asked him at the Parliament lobby today. He said Putrajaya has more to gain by pursuing the settlement of the Abu Dhabi's International Petroleum Investment Company, IPIC, than selling the Equanimity.
Why we didn't pursue it earlier? Because we're interested in the full settlement with UAE on the IPIC settlement. Okay. And that is worth much more than this Equanimity. But Equanimity is being used as, again, a populist move. But what is important is the overall settlement with IPIC, which we are pursuing, and that is the more important.
A populist move for what?
Compared to, you're going to get much more with settlement with UAE and IPIC, as opposed to just getting rid of or making an open bidding for the Equanimity. But it's important that I have no knowledge whatsoever as to the yacht, and also the yacht itself could be subject to litigation. So it's not clear-cut, matter. Because I noticed even Matthias Cheng has come up with a statement in a blog questioning the move, the legality of the move.
Katanya kapal tu akan dijual dalam nilai yang tertinggi untuk
Yeah, but it's an asset yang sudah pun depreciated, and not many people in the world can buy a yacht like that. But what is important is the settlement with IPIC. That is a bigger sum.
During your
That's why we didn't pursue that the yacht. We wanted the big settlement to be settled first.
During your time, was there any evidence to show that money from one entity was taken to buy this yacht?
We do not know. It's subject to investigation. But what is important is the settlement with IPIC. That's the biggest sum. And we have to find out who really owns the yacht.
What is the IPIC amount?
Let's talk about what goes on in Dewan Rakyat. Once in a while, when the lawmakers are debating certain issues, things tend to heat up. And sometimes you forget you're watching lawmakers in parliament and not children exchanging insults at a playground. For example, yesterday we had someone say Kepala Bapa, then someone else said and today it got even worse. Bung Moktar Radin, who is known for his controversial remarks, launched a profanity-laden salvo at the government backbenchers at Dewan Rakyat. This happened after William Monjin asked Bung if he had visited a casino in an apparent reference to a viral photograph on social media.
Saya ke pasar Borong Selayang dan melihat harga barang. Harga barang waktu GST rendah sedikit.
Bukan kasino kah yang kena batangan?
Apa ini? Biadab, ini kurang ajar. Ini tarik balik, ini biadab yang bertuah. Memang kurang ajar, ini berhormat tak layak duduk sini. Something, what you want? You nak gaduh dengan saya? Ini time.
Tanya saja, kena batangan. Jaga barang.
Duduk lah.
Fuck you.
Balik.
Kau salah orang. Kau salah orang. You.
Datuk Timbalan Dibatua.
Ya.
Kena padangan kena tarik balik perkataan. Datuk yang Dibatua. Kena padangan.
Kau mabuk.
Jangan marah. Kena padangan.
Ini mabuk malam-malam. Kau mabuk.
Perkataan four letter word saya gunakan dengan izin yang diucapkan sebagaimana telah dibangkitkan tadi. Saya minta Yang Berhormat Kina Batangan untuk menarik balik perkataan yang peraturan 3 bulan 4.
Datuk yang Dibatua. Datuk Timbalan Dibatua.
Ya.
Terima kasih Ketua. Saya tiada hasrat pun dan saya memang dari awal tidak menunjukkan siapa-siapa dan saya ingin menarik balik perkataan tersebut.
Datuk yang Dibatua. Masalah
saya menarik perkataan tersebut sebab memang tidak sopan pun. Walau bagaimanapun, cubaan daripada puncak Borneo tidak baik. Saya pun nampak dia minum dengan perempuan pelacu, tapi saya tak peduli.
Jangan Dibatua. Baik.
Rumbau MP Kari Jamaluddin gave RSN Rayer a piece of his mind today after the Jelutong MP repeatedly interrupted him in the Dewan Rakyat with questions on the ex-Prime Minister's wife Rosmah Mansor and the superyacht Equanimity. While debating the Goods and Services Tax Repeal Bill 2018, Kari stressed that the GST was more efficient than the Sales and Services Tax SST. Najib Abdul Razak was not in the house. Rayer appeared to be referring to the jewellery a Lebanese jeweller had provided to Rosmah to consider for purchase.
Ini diakui sendiri oleh Menteri Kewangan.
Kalau efisien, isteri Yang Berhormat Pekan ada bayar GST untuk semua barang-barang yang dibawa masuk. Jawab soalan saya, Yang Berhormat.
Sila respon. Sila.
Adakah barang-barang kemas Yang Berhormat Pekan, isteri Yang Berhormat Pekan membawa masuk barang-barang 60 bilion ringgit? Adakah GST dibayar untuk barang-barang tersebut?
Bersiap Jelutong. Minta rembah. Sila respon. Your floor. Your floor.
Yang Dipertua, Jelutong sahabat saya, tapi Jelutong ni sejak dia jadi ahli parlimen, dia sangat-sangat beria-ia desperate nak jadi seperti mana mendiang Karpal Singh. Jelutong dulu, ya. My friend, I had the honor of being in this Dewan with Karpal Singh for many years. You are nowhere near Karpal Singh now.
You can, I know, I can tell you, nobody can replace Karpal Singh. Take it from me. But I'm asking you a question. If you're a man, you answer the question here.
Duduk.
Did your ex-Prime Minister's wife pay GST, man? Answer the question.
Duduk dulu.
Oh, jawab soalan saya.
Apa Kapal Singh? Dia akan jawab Kapal Singh.
Berani, kalau berani, jawab soalan saya. Okey, saya tunggu. Duduk.
As per your allegation dengan izin, perkara ini mestilah di-establish di court of law dulu. You are making assumptions.
Pengarah custom telah maklumkan GST tak dibayar. No. This is an August House. Ini adalah Dewan Yang Mulia. Saya berbahas atas fakta.
Saya dah jawab yang tu.
Ketua Pengarah Custom mengatakan GST tidak dibayar.
Saya dah jawab.
Rakyat merana bayar GST. Isteri Yang Berhormat Pekan tak bayar GST.
Baik, Jelutong. Terima kasih.
Najib Abdul Razak said the Saudi Arabian government will be upset with Putrajay's decision to scrap the Saudi-backed King Salman Centre for International Peace. On Sunday, Defence Minister Mohammad Sabu announced that the project will be cancelled.
Itu memang bukan kita ilhamkan, itu dicadangkan oleh kerajaan Saudi Arabia, oleh King Salman sendiri. Sebab tu yang dinamakan King Salman Center for International Peace and what's the full title? International
Semalam Menteri Kewangan ada
Jadi maknanya kita sambut sebagai satu usaha yang sangat baik dan mereka memilih Malaysia banding dengan banyak negara lain. Jadi kita menolak bantuan daripada kerajaan Saudi yang merupakan negara yang amat baik hubungan dengan Malaysia.
So you think this will affect our relationship with Saudi Arabia?
Mereka baik dengan kita. Kita dapat layanan banyak pertimbangan khas daripada Saudi Arabia.
NGO Pergerakan Malaysia Ku Tanah Airku lodged a police report urging the police to investigate a Harapan leader who had allegedly received assistance from the International Republican Institute to topple the BN government.
Tujuan press conference ni adalah untuk memaklumkan bahawa saya telah membuat satu laporan polis meminta pihak polis menyiasat satu video yang telah tular di laman web, media sosial, di internet, WeChat, WhatsApp, merata-rata lah. So video ini adalah berkenaan dengan satu pengakuan yang dibuat oleh satu individu yang merupakan warga asing. Individu ini adalah berasal based in Washington dan dia merupakan top official di dalam IRI, iaitu International Republican Institute. International Republican Institute ini is being funded by the National Endowment for Democracy, yang US based. Okay. Jadi individu ini telah mengaku bahawa beliau telah bekerjasama dengan pihak pembangkang. Pihak pembangkang maksudnya parti-parti yang terlibat dengan kerajaan sekarang ni, tapi dahulunya sebelum pilihan raya umum ke-14 adalah pembangkang. Dia mengaku bahawa dia telah bekerjasama dengan pihak pembangkang selama 15 tahun bermula dari tahun 2002 dalam usaha menjatuhkan kerajaan Barisan Nasional. Alright. Jadi dari sini kita lihat bahawa satu pengakuan atau there is evidence now to show that komponen-komponen parti atau individu tertentu daripada kerajaan Pakatan Harapan sememangnya telah melakukan democratic thievery. In English we call it democratic thievery, ataupun mereka telah memenangi pilihan raya umum ke-14 dengan cara yang tidak sah, memandangkan terdapat unsur-unsur interference daripada pihak US. Campur tangan. Jadi perkara ni saya rasa ada very serious. It borders on treason. Okay, it borders on treason. Dan sememangnya mereka secara tidak langsung telah declare war against the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. Okay. So oleh itu saya rasa perkara ni perlu disiasat menjurus kepada satu resolusi supaya diadakan perhaps satu pilihan raya baru memandangkan this pengakuan bagi membenarkan rakyat memilih semula.
Malaysia's first multi-grains brand. The champion is Good Morning.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, go to KiniTV.com. Please subscribe and share this video. I'm Boustead Michael. Thank you for watching.